Well, good morning. And I thought I'd stand up today. I'm not going to do the whole of my live standing up, but good morning and welcome to Woohoo Wednesday. Sometimes people say to me, "What's the other half of your room?" So I'm starting to show you. It's not much to show you really, but I'm starting to show you where I sit. I normally sit slightly different angles. Sometimes you'll see me in my office. Sometimes you'll see the back of my kitchen. I move around. Anyway, if you don't know me, my name is Helen Bullen and I'm a business mentor. I'm a retired osteopath. I've had bricks and mortar businesses, been very successful there. I have online businesses. I've written 2 books. My 3rd book is hopefully out in January. I run the HB Club, which is a membership for business owners. I run HB Inspire, which is my mastermind, just taking people in for that. That's invite only. But if you're really interested, you maybe persuade me that you're the right person to get into HB Inspired. And I run my retreats as well, which run in the UK at the moment in April. So what am I going to be talking about today? Today, I want to talk about, and I have my obviously very professional little piece of paper here, but with a few prompts on it. I just stick it there. Stop letting other people make you run a business a certain way. Now, from a business mentor, you may be like, that's a bit weird. Now, I'm not talking about people that give you advice that you can go and use and it creates you something you want. So maybe you're going to learn about Instagram, or you're going to learn about Facebook, or you're going to learn how to do your accounts properly. And there's something coming from that soon. There is a new course I'm going to be helping promote soon about that. So if you want to be able to do your own tax return, if I can't speak, it's nothing new there. First thing in the morning, in fact, even last thing at night. I get all my words wrong. But that is coming soon. But what I'm talking about is when you listen to maybe an expert or some sort of teach, or you go to a conference and you somehow feel smaller than everybody else, and you then think, I can't do that. Everybody else can do that. I can't do that. Or on the other hand, you get told to do something and you think that just does not fit my ethos. I would rather stick pins in my eyes than do that. I've had many occasions like that, working with different mentors and different business people and learning and conferences and done that. Not everyone, most people that I work with, I have taken great stuff from. I've been to a couple of conferences though, and I've come away and thought, I just don't like that way of working. I don't want to do that. And if you're not careful, and tell me in the comments if you've ever felt that when you've been somewhere, if you're not careful, what happens is you just don't do anything because you suddenly think you can't put yourself out there. And I've had somebody say to me, I feel like the person is watching. I feel like the person that gave me this advice is watching. And if I don't do it, I mean, you can imagine my reaction. I was like, right, we just need to get over that they're going to comment or make something. Now, business mentors like myself, we will give advice and coaches will help you make your own decisions. I tend to be somebody that goes, how about this? How about that? But if somebody really doesn't want to do something, there should be an alternative. Now, I'm not talking about sitting there doing nothing and hoping your business will expand and grow and bring you the money. And you do have to do things, but you can run a business your own way. Yes, you need to be financially savvy. Yes, you need to make profit. Yes, you need to probably grow your audience, and you do need to get yourself out there and your business out there so people know who you are. But as to the rest, as to how to do a launch or how to create an online product or how to get people for your email list or what's the next best thing, you can take advice, but you don't have to do anything. Don't use it as an excuse. Don't use it as an excuse to not do anything. But if something doesn't hit your core of what you believe in, then find another way. And that's, I think, what I tend to do is I'm like, well, I don't like doing that. I'm never doing that. I have always built businesses of what I don't want to do, as well as what I want to do. And that may sound a bit negative, but I remember when I first set up my second clinic, actually, not my first, my second clinic, which was bigger. I was in the whole building and it was all mine. And I realized that I didn't want a pot plant in it, a dead pot plant, because there was a clinic not so far in the next village, in fact, the village I live in now, that always had a dead pot plant in the window. You know, when they go too close to the window and then there's mildew up the window, I was like, you're a health clinic. That's putting me off. I didn't like scrappy posters. I didn't like seeing that somebody had just got a bit of paper, put it on the window with a few bits of blue tack, and it was curling up at the corners. All those sort of things I was never going to do. I was never going to be horrible or mean to my staff. And I was always going to have an equality throughout anywhere I worked, that nobody was better than anywhere else. And if a patient came in or a client came in and treated somebody differently, I would have a say about it. I would not be that. And that was my ethos. And I got all of that from working in other places and thinking, I hate that. I don't like the way that's done. I run my business group the way I like to run my business group. And I've been in many business groups, and I tend to pick things that I think, well, I'm not doing, that's a really good idea, but not this idea. So you don't have to feel that you're on the treadmill of running your business exactly the same way everybody else does. Now, let me go and have a look at my notes because I haven't got there. So I've put here, stop overthinking how to run your business. You need to be savvy and you need to think about cash flow, and you do need to show up and get yourself out there. But stop overthinking whether something that you put out is going to be thought of well. And normally what happens when business owners do this, they put some content out or they don't. They don't want to put it out there because they're worried about what their peers think. So people doing the same thing, they're not worried about what their clients think because they've created something that they think will help their clients and will educate their clients. Okay. And yet they don't put it out there because they're worried. Well, I don't know, Mildred that they went to college with, or Marjorie that I'm obviously going for M names today. I don't know why. Let's pick of, I try to pick names that I don't know people of. I can use Agnes because that's in my book and I never liked Agnes. Things that Agnes might say about you because she lives down the road. She's one of your neighbours. Let's hope my boob is not your neighbour. But if you know, you know, because that's the title of my book, Agnes B. Cancer Me, and I get rid of Agnes. But if there's somebody down the road that you are worried about what they think, and they're never going to become your customer, you're just worried what they think, just stop overthinking it. Create content, create things for your client, not for your mentor, your business coach, the seminar you went to, people that you trained with. That isn't who you should be creating content for. You should be creating content for your clients and help them. Try things, try new things. If you give something a go and you don't like it, then create another way. I would say don't try something and then think, well, I'm never doing that again. I'm not showing up. I'm not going to show up on my social media because I don't like social media. And then you wonder why you've not got any clients or you've not shown up anywhere. And you're like, I've got the best business. And people are saying, I don't know, you've got a business. Don't do that, but try things. Try something and say, not for me. Oh, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Yeah, try things and see if it works. If it doesn't, tweak it and try again. Show up consistently, persistently, and however you want to run your business. And I want you to be ethical, and I want you to be kind, and I want you to have the best customer care. They are the key things you need to put in your business and have your cash flow. But I don't want you to become a clone of somebody else just because you think that is the right way. Is this resonating with you today? Tell me in the comments. I can't see your hearts or thumbs up on Facebook today, I'm afraid, because I'm on the wrong type of platform to see that. But tell me in the comments, does this resonate with you, that sometimes you worry what either people have taught you will think or people that are your peers will think? Don't do it. Don't do it. Be you. Okay, be authentically you. I can't help it. I was on TikTok last night. Yes, I'm on TikTok selling my book, and I quite enjoy a live there. And if I get heckled, which I do more than other platforms, especially because they think I'm older, I just call them out. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to wave to all the people on Instagram. Sorry, that's come up. There's too many of you. It's too tempting. Ping, 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 ping. Good morning to everybody on the other platforms too. Nobody has done me a Woohoo Wednesday yet. Have you forgotten? It is Woohoo Wednesday, and that means it's not a hump day. So going back to the subject, be you, run your business how you want to. You do have to run your business. So you do have to make sure people see. Thanks, Sue. Sue's done me a woohoo. You have to make sure people see who you are and what you do. But you don't have to be a clone of anybody else. And you don't have to do something that you think, this just does not resonate with me. I remember once, probably about 8 years ago now, I was with a business mentor, and I loved the way they worked. I loved the way they worked, but there was one thing they wanted me to create, a bit of content, and I was away on a retreat and I just couldn't do it. It was one of these poking the pain point type things, and I rebelled. I just sat in the pool. I was like, I'm not doing it. I wrote my own things, I did it, but it just didn't feel comfortably. And then, stupidly, I thought, okay, I'll do part of this. So I stopped and I wrote part of it and I put it out there. And do you know what? Somebody came back and gave me a real ear lashing that had been in my group. I had triggered something. And now apparently that was the supposed reaction. That was good, apparently. I didn't feel good. I didn't like it. I didn't want to be like that. Now, other people may run their content like that, but not me. And it was a lesson learned on that day that I only do things that I feel comfortable with. And if I don't feel comfortable with it, I don't do it. Now, that doesn't mean I don't show up. And there is a fine line here with you going, yeah, but I don't ever want to show up. Helen said today that I don't have to show up or tell anybody about my business. That's not what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is you don't have to do things you don't, really don't fit with your ethics. But if it's just a confidence thing, then you do need to go over that and you need to work on your confidence. And that's a whole different subject. And if you look on my page, you'll see I've done that many, many times. Don't let how others view how you feel, because normally it's how we think other people will view us. Don't let that stop you running your business. Stop worrying about what other people think and worry about how you can help your potential clients or how you can attract them in to know what you do and get to know you as a person and buy from you. Now, have I got anything here? Yeah, I've got, as a business, don't hold back, take action, but do your own action. Did that help this morning? I hope it did. Short and sweet today. I just see a lot of it going on. And yeah, the word is, it does distress me. It does distress me that people get themselves so wound up. Or I see them running one business one way, and then they change working with somebody, they run a business another way, then they run a business another way, and then they give up what they were doing and they just hate it. I don't want to see that. What I want to see is you have a business that you like, you tweak it, you shape it, you run it how you want it to be, but you do still take action. I can't say it's okay, go and hide in a corner and your business will be the best thing ever. That isn't how it works. And we are fortunate, no matter what you think of social media, to have social media that for most is free. Using paid is absolutely fine. Some people are like, oh, you shouldn't use paid. Yes, you should. Anything else in business, we use paid advertising. I don't use a lot of paid advertising on here, on the platforms I'm on right now, but I do on Amazon for my book, etc., because they're businesses and you use them like a business, like you should. Anyway, I've gone off another tangent. It's a whole nother subject. So today, run your business as you want to run it. Be you, be authentically. Authentic is a bit of a funny word now, isn't it? Because people use it. But what I mean is be the real you. I don't worry. I mean, I've not worried, and you may have seen over my time in the last 2 years. I mean, I'm so proud today that I've got my hair tied back. If you know that 2 years ago I shaved my head, went through cancer, bald head, but I still showed up. I didn't let what other people might think of me having a bald head, and people were very kind. I didn't like it, I have to say, it wasn't my thing, but I wanted to keep my business going. Now I'm like, look at me, my hair. I have a ponytail that is that long. But and a little grip here because it doesn't all fit in, but that makes me happy. Morning, Andre. Good, lovely, woohoo. I can see that coming. For some reason, I can't see my LinkedIn comments today. So my apologies, but it just flashed up on my screen. So good morning to anybody on LinkedIn. Good morning, Matt. We've got, I like it when you have your name in the title. Good morning. I think that must be Claire. And then we've got Hazel's on. So your Instagram names are harder for me to fathom because you've got business names. And I'm like, at least mine's Helen Bullen UK, when I turn up. I've got Sue, I've got Michaela, I've got Andrew. Thank you for showing up. And as I said, if I'm not seeing you on LinkedIn, my apologies, keep messaging and I will post my comments in there later. So run a business as you want to run it. Show up. You do have to show up and you do have to do things, and you do, but you don't have to do things 24 hours a day, but you do have to show up, do things for your business, but do it your way. Don't be browbeaten into doing it the same way, because you never know. You may well come up with something that is a whole new way of doing a business and people go, I really like that. If you look back the last 5-8 years, things have really changed with what was the key thing you had to do, and now it's another new thing. Just do what you want to do. As long as you're making profit and you've got a business that you enjoy and love and you're managing to take time off, I'm happy. Right, my lovely peeps, thank you so much for listening. I'll be back again next Wednesday. If you see my other posts, please like, share them, comment. I'd love to have your comments because I come back and I can have a chat with you. If you haven't joined yet, my Happy Business Builders, I send out my written version of some of these type talks to my newsletter, and it's called Happy Business Builders because that's what I believe you should be. It's also HBB, and if you know me, you'll know all my products because my name's Helen Bullen. I have HB Club, I have the HB Inspired, I have HB Box, and I have HB Retreats. So there is a method in the name of the HBB, which is my Happy Business Builders. Right. Enough of that. Speak to you soon. You can find the links for all of those in my bio, or you just direct message me and I will give it to you personally. Right. That's me running my business my own way. I don't care if I wave my hands. I don't care if I talk fast, but I know my stuff and I'm going to share it with you. Right. Speak to you soon. I'm going to say goodbye to Instagram first. Right, my lovely peeps. And I'm so sorry if you're on LinkedIn and I haven't seen you today. I'm going to move out of the way again because somebody said the other day, please, can we see people always say this, can we see your room? Ta-da! And if you're on My HB Inspired, this is where we meet. Sometimes in London, sometimes here. But yeah, that is my room. It is very minimal. I know. I like things clear. I don't like things cluttered. Although there are 2 baskets full of clean washing right there, which I'm not going to show you. Right. Speak to you soon. If I don't see you before, I will see you next week, Wednesday, 7:30 a.m. And it's the build up to my son's wedding next week. So I'm going to be very excited. Speak to you soon.